Hello, hello. Welcome to Wednesday. We are doing some paper crafting with Chalk Couture. I'm totally out of breath. I'm totally out of breath. I went for a little run outside. First of all, I ran to the kitchen right before I went live. I ran to the kitchen to get another cup of coffee. I know I shouldn't, but I did. Also got my water bottle. We'll talk about it in a minute. Breathe, Grace. Breathe. Then I realized I forgot to put the flag up for the post office to pick up the mail. And craft Chalk Couture kits, monthly kits are going out the door today. So if you are a monthly kit subscriber through me, that the ones that come directly from me, not from the company, your kits are going out today. But holy buckets, I had to run. Girls, I had to run. My kid was like, what are you? Gannon's homesick again. He came up the stairs. He's like, what's going on? I said, I'm going to be late. I got to go live. I'm going to be late. I don't want to miss the girls, the crafty chicks. Oh, it's been a busy, busy morning. It's been fantastic and very busy. I'm going to try to find this feed on Facebook to make sure it's working. So let me do that. I should be live on the business page, like on the regular business page. Let's see. Is it there? Is it there? Can you see me? We're having trouble playing this video. Oh, good gravy. That was yesterday's video. That was yesterday. What about today? Anybody out there? Let's see. Oh, good gravy. I think that Facebook is doing another update. They must be doing another update. They're making changes to groups. They're making changes to the way that we post things. They're adding AI to the way as an option of the way that we can post. Here we go. I found us. Debbie Duckett. Hello. Denise went and saying, I got 17 eyes. How many are showing on your screen? And like somewhere up top here, there should be a little live button with a number right next to it. And how many does it show for you guys? How many does it show? This is the monthly kit that I'm sending out to the folks who subscribe through me. See the good things, see the good in all things. And I love it. And this is what we're going to put into the chalk journal that we've been creating. So I'm excited about that. I don't really have a plan. I mean, I want to use that, but I don't really have a plan. Oh, Debbie says she sees 24. Christina sees 27. Hey, Mary Harris. Hi. How are you? Gia sees 27. Susan, McMichael. How are you, friend? Susan, you reminded me to tell everybody we're doing the Watts of Love update today because I have been remiss in my duties and I have not announced the winners of the Chalk Couture shout out prize for a few months. So I'm super apologetic for that. I apologize. I have been very, very focused on getting this new site up and running. And it literally just slipped my mind. It literally just slipped my mind. But yes, you know, the gifts, the prizes go out. They're like a thank you gift to anybody who gives through my chalk site to Watts of Love. So I have chosen 4 winners. I'm going to announce those here in a second. So let's see. Did somebody ask a question? Hey, in Colorado, Miss Cheryl, how are you? Cheryl, you and I are emailing back and forth about some emails that you're getting. So I want to make sure that we clarify everything for you. Nancy says 35. LaDonna, hello, sweet friend. She's showing that there's 34 on her screen. They're showing 30 on mine. It's so strange, isn't it? We're not guessing anything. What are we guessing? We're guessing if Grace can get through the day unharmed, without all the little gremlins bugging me. It just feel like I'm just like every step I take, there's like, you like run into something, you stub your toe and, you know, hypothetically stubbing my toe and I can't go further until I fix that one thing. It's just always something. It's always something. Okay, so I thought somebody asked a question. Can you get this? Yes, you can still get this. You can get this on my chalk site. Do you want the link? This is what the kit subscribers got this month with a pot of paste. And I had 3 subscribers who got a little thank you gift for 3 continuous months in the craft kit that I send out for Chalk Couture. So let me just pull this up, girls, quick to make it easier for you guys. I'll put the link in the comments. I'm going to work in the mixed media journal. So this is, if you've been following along, this has been a couple of weeks. This has just been 3 lives. This is the 3rd live, 4th live. This is the 4th live. We created the cover out of a Chalk Couture envelope. It's a Chalk Couture envelope. And then each week on Wednesdays, I'm going to be adding a page, a mixed media type page to this book. So we're going to be adding a new page to this book today. And I have a couple of ideas, but I'm not completely committed to them. So just hang tight, and we'll get there. Let me find this link for you guys. Who else is here? Please say hello when you get here. I would love to know that you're here. There is a set of cutouts for this too, if you want the little white wooden cutouts. So keep that in mind. I think it was Denise who asked, can we still get this transfer? Yes, you can. I'm putting the link in the comments now. And like these little cutouts that have been, like this is the Chalk Couture cutout that goes with the boot, so that you can create the boot on a little white chipboard, basically. So there is a cutout for the florals for this. So if you're gonna hit the link to grab this, and you're interested in the cutout, you can grab them. Just mentioning it. Okay, that's the one we're gonna use. But what I have to figure out is a plan. I grabbed, because the book is basically going to fit 9 by 12 pages, I grabbed one of my mixed media pads, and I grabbed, it's gonna bang, wait, hold on. Had to hit the floor. Just a piece of paper from that, and I took off the perforation, so I have one really nice piece of it actually feels like watercolor paper, but it is called mixed media paper. It's from the Artist Loft. It's 140 pound, which is like watercolor paper. So it's nice and sturdy. So this is going to be the base for our project. The size B transfers fit beautifully on that. But what I have to decide is, how am I going to do the background? Now, I was planning on using a page from my telephone book, but I'm second guessing myself. So let's just see here. Let's just see. Good morning, Jackie Whitaker. How are you, friend? I have so much to share. I have been going live every day for a couple of hours almost. So what happens if I don't make a scheduled plan and do some pre-work? You know, when we do events, and you know, you get 45 minutes to an hour. When we do events, we get 45 minutes to an hour. We have to be very organized. That was my bottle of disinfectant wipes. We'll get that in a minute. I need that for cleaning up the chalk paste. Oh my gosh. When we are organized for an event, we usually plan to do one particular project from the start to the end by the time the 1 hour is over. We have more freedom when we simply go live on our pages to craft and chat with you guys. There's just more freedom to hang out and do it more slowly. And I have been taking the liberty lately. Let me just say, it has been a couple of hours, almost like 1.5 to 2 hours, the last few lives of creating together and just chatting all things. But I find that the more that I hang out with you guys, the more I want to share with you based on your comments and your questions and the things that you're looking for. Okay, I see Judy put in the comments, notify. She put exclamation notify. Okay, there are a lot of us who have these automatic replies. So if you comment something, you will get some information in your Facebook Messenger automatically. I do not use the exclamation point though, Judy. These are the ones that I use. I use hashtag. So if you want all my links and discount codes, use hashtag links. It'll go immediately to your Facebook Messenger. You can just open it later. If you want information about the membership club, hashtag club. That'll help you get on the wait list if you're interested in the Craft Therapy Club. If you want to get on the general email list, hashtag insider. And if you want to get the Telegram messages to your phone on the Telegram app, so those are the live notifications, go to hashtag Telegram. Those are the 4 that I use. I created this because I had them on a little Post-it note, more for myself than for you guys. And I realized as I was showing it to you, it's really hard to read. It was on like a really dark Post-it note. So I made that just to make it a little easier for you guys. Jennifer, I love spending time with you too, friend. There's some hearts for you. Thanks for saying that. I love hanging out with you guys. So much to share. So much to share. Let's get a general idea of what the heck we're going to do. And then what I'll do is I'll announce the winners of the Watts of Love shout out prizes. So Watts of Love shout out, what I do is every month, anybody who donates to Watts of Love on my Chalk site, on my Chalk Couture site, So you go into Chalk Couture on my site and you place an order, and always, like so many stores now, so many businesses, at the end it says, if you would like to round up your donation to benefit Watts of Love, click here. And so you click. So if your order is $12.30, they're going to round it up to 13, and the 70-cent difference gets donated to Watts of Love. Every time you do that on my Chalk site each month, your name goes in to randomly. I randomly choose one winner every month, and that winner gets Chalk supplies from me. I send it from my house to you as a way of thanking. So everybody has a chance to win as long as you've made a donation on my Chalk site. You don't have to place an order. That's one way that you can donate. But if you just want to have your name in, you could go to my Chalk site and go to the Watts of Love tab and make a $20 donation, a $5 donation, a $1 donation. You don't have to place an order. But if you're placing orders for Chalk Couture and you click that little round up my order, it'll always be under 99 cents, the donation. And everybody who does that, their name goes in, for a chance to win some supplies. I have not announced the names in months. So I have 4 people who have won in the last few months. I'm embarrassed to say that. I am. Shame. I feel shame. I'm embarrassed to say that. I have not forgotten. I just remember usually when I'm in bed at like 11 o'clock at night and it's like, oh my gosh, tomorrow I have to catch up. And then I get in my day and I forget again. Does that ever happen to you? It happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time for so many things. But for Watts of Love, I have been doing this for 6 years. So it's not something new, you guys. I have been giving out a prize to a Chalk Couture customer for 6 years. I've been doing this every month. So lots of prizes have gone out the door. I just don't know why the last few months I've really struggled to remember to do it. I think it's menopause. I was thinking that I would use one of my telephone book pages as the background for this. See the good in all things. But, okay, as we look at these pages, these are paper scraps that I collage onto my telephone book. This is what I call tired crafting. When I want to create, I want to have me time, craft therapy time for myself. I come into my craft room, but I don't have the energy to do a full project. Like I'm not going there right now because it's 10 o'clock at night and I just want to get creative just a little bit. I can go to my paper scraps bin and I tear up papers and I collage them because I love paper collage, and I put them on paper. And they make really lovely backgrounds for projects. Like I really like that one. And this would fit on there. However, what I'm a little bit worried about, not worried, but what I think will happen is because there's so much variety in the patterns and the colors and the textures and everything, I think that this is going to get lost on one of these sheets. So I'm going to do a different kind of paper collage on here. And it'll just be a little more muted and subtle. That's my goal. Yeah, go do it, Benita. She says, what a great idea. Do it, girl. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing. Just get yourself a good glue stick and your paper, or it works with fabric scraps, and start gluing them down. It's a great way to use up your scraps. I mean, how many of you are holding on to paper scraps that they're just sitting there they're waiting for a home. They're waiting to be used. Use them up, friends. Use them up. How can you find your site to place an order? I will drop the link again. Tammy, thank you for asking. I just dropped the link in the comments for you. Okay. So there it is. It shows the little picture. I think it does on my screen anyway, of this particular transfer. You don't have to purchase that transfer, but that will get you to my site so you can poke around and see what you want to do. I am feeling better, Cheryl. Thank you. Tonight is the first time I'm going back to religious ed. Those of you who hang out with me on the regular, you know I'm a catechist, so one of the volunteer teachers at our religious education program at St. Joseph's, the parish that I belong to, at the school. I have not been there since Christmas, basically, because my chronic pain has been so bad. That's why I got the water bottle. So we should press this. No, not yet. I'm not ready for it. Because I have such inflammation from my chronic disease, the chronic condition that I have. I was thrown into a huge pain flare-up for the last 5 weeks. I am feeling much better. Thank you. I put my heating pad away today And I was thinking, I've not been able to put this away for like 5 weeks. I've been using it daily for pain for like 5 weeks, or sleeping with it for 5 weeks. I put it away today. Yes. Oh wait, what did 2 thumbs up do? Does anybody remember? Fireworks. Yes. Yes, I put it away today. So Cheryl, thank you for asking. Thank you for your care and concern. Yes, Jennifer, do it in magazines, do it in an old book, do it in a catalog, do it like in a, you get catalogs in the mail, do it in any of those things. It for sure will work. Sometimes the pages get kind of thick and one might fall out of the book, but I just stuff it back in there and it's no big deal as far as I'm concerned. Grace, do I need to create an account to order this? My normal stuff didn't work. Denise, I'm not sure what you mean. To order this, if you already have a Chalk Couture account, you don't need to create another one. If you're having trouble with your login, use the little chat bubble down below on the lower right. There should be a little bubble that says chat or contact us or something. And that is a live chat with customer service at Chalk Couture. And within, like, you press the button, you put your name and email in, and within a few seconds, somebody will pop up and say, how can I help you? And you can just say, I'm having trouble logging in. Can you see what my account is? And they'll help you. They'll help you with your login. So Denise, I hope that helps. If it doesn't, just private message me. Okay, I'm gonna grab my bits and bobs folder. Hold on, girls. Grabbing the bits and bobs. This is not folder, basket. This is my bits and bobs basket, and this is hilarious, actually. These things all stuck together accidentally. This was not on purpose. These things, I noticed the other day that these things all stuck together accidentally. So it's a bird cut out. You can see the shape of the bird. But on the front of it it's a piece of paper that I decoupaged another bird, because I love the birds here at the Comfy Nest, another bird. It was a napkin decoupaged onto a book page. And then my gum wrappers, that looks like a mixed, it looks like a mixed media project in itself. This little gum wrapper looks like a wing. That is freaking funny, girls. I saved my gum wrappers because I love to put them in my collage. I know it's so, this is showing you my true junk journaling heart. They stuck together accidentally. That was not on purpose. But I saved these because I love the little shimmer shine that it adds to my collages. So I've been just stuffing them in here along with all this other stuff. And it just happened to land on here and stuck to it. All this stuff just stuck together like that. I'm keeping this like this. I'm going to put it in my daily junk journal as just, this is so freaking funny to me. It makes me happy and it's so funny. I'm gonna put it aside. On YouTube, I've been doing that daily junk journal, the Junky Junk Journal. That's gonna go in that this Friday. This Friday it'll go in there. Okay, what I was looking for in it's like my junk drawer. It's like my junk basket. I put all like the bits and bobs, things that I've used on other projects, and then I just have a little piece left and I don't have time to put it away where it really goes. I just throw it in here. So I've got some ribbons. I've got practice thing. I think I was practicing with fabric markers on that. I've got a piece of a shirt that I cut off because I love the sleeves. I got rid of the shirt, but I loved the sleeves, so I cut that for projects. It's just got stuff in here, you guys. Some napkins. Anyway, I was looking for some book pages. Now, in here, I have book pages that I've sprayed on, but what I'm really looking for are the more plain ones, because like this, like that. We are gonna collage with paper, and I'm just gonna grab like the bitty sheets of paper that I have. Now I have a whole book. This is like a book that I tore apart to use the cover for something else. So I could take from there, but I'm gonna first look through and see which of these ones that are already pulled out and ready can I use. Like, see that? I was practicing, that's a sticker on a book page. And I was just seeing, how do these stickers look on a book page? Well, that's how they look now, I know. Fabric, you can go in the front. This is like a little piece of a music sheet. Actually, this is a Christmas piece of a music sheet. It says, on a Christmas morning, the angels sing for joy. It's from a music sheet, obviously. It's from a hymnal. And I planned on using that on a Christmas project, and then I just didn't, so it went in here. These can go in there. They're just bits of plain paper, and these can go on this project because they're bits of plain paper. I think I am going to need this to cover this full 9x12. We are just going to decoupage for now. We're just decoupaging. Hey, Jana. Your bits and bobs are learning to do junk journals from watching you. Oh my gosh, Cheryl, I love that comment. They're learning how to do mixed media just from watching. Isn't that funny? So funny. Speaking of mixed media, one of the things I wanted to say, Craft Therapy Club members, give me a hey ho. Hey ho, are you out there? Give me a little comment or a thumbs up or a hearts across the screen or something like that. We'll do some confetti. Craft Therapy Club members, this message is for you. Yesterday, I cut out some, I'm getting ready to do our project for the month, our wonky paper dolls. They were actually not paper, they're cardboard. They're mixed media dolls. And yesterday I started and then I ran out of time on yesterday's live. But I'm gonna go, I'll either do a video or a live inside the club group here on Facebook to prep. These are the dolls that we're making in that group. And I'm gonna be prepping my cardboard for that. And I want you to see that so that hopefully if you have time, it's not necessary. There's some Craft Therapy Club members. Janice, if you have time, Mary, if you have time, it's probably good to get the cardboard part done before we meet for Project 59, like in a week. It's like in 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks. When is it? Let's see. I had to look it up yesterday because I can't remember a stinking thing anymore. We are meeting on the 19th, Craft Therapy Club members. This is our schedule. On the 19th, Monday the 19th. Today is the 7th, so that gives you a good week and a half to get the cardboard part done. So I'm going to go live, I think, unscheduled, not planned live, but I will be sharing that in the group today or tomorrow. There you are, Joy. Joy's here. There they are. Hello, ladies. Okay, so we are simply going to decoupage. Now, what glue do I want to use? You have lots of options when you're decoupaging. This is what I've been using inside my telephone book, that book I just showed you, the collage book, for gluing those papers on paper. And it works brilliant. I will say this though, it takes a while to dry because it's very, very fluid. It moves really easy. So it's really easy to spread, but it takes a while to dry. It sops in or soaks into both the base layer and the top layers. And that's not going to work for us today because we're going to make some progress with this. We want to finish this project. So I'm tempted to use my glue stick, which you can do. If I did the glue stick, and then I'm going to do some painting over the paper or color. We're going to use some kind of color medium. Then after that, I will put some sort of top coat or a wax on top of that before I put down the transfer and do that. So it's many layers of papers and colors on here to create this project. So let's just get started. I love to paper collage, so that's what we're going to do. I think I'll grab, not this one. I'm trying to use up that one book. This one catalog that I had, just like junk mail, I use it as a backdrop so that if my glue goes over it, it doesn't go on my table. It goes on, it just goes on the book and then I don't have to worry about it being dirty. This is exactly what I do in my telephone book when I'm tired crafting. We need a base that makes sense for this project. And I'm just afraid by using one of those really colorful ones that my project's going to get completely lost. So I'm going to tear, this is from Pride and Prejudice. I don't think I tore up a Pride and Prejudice book. I'm a little picky when it comes to that. I don't love, if it's a precious book or a book that's like, I want to read that, I'm not going to pull it apart. I pull apart books that I don't care about. What was this book? Norwegian Independence. Oh, this is the inside of this book. Didn't care about it. Sorry, all you Norwegians, please don't take offense. This was the book, Norwegian American Studies textbook that I use for my, this is the gratitude journal that we created in November in the Craft Therapy Club. And I've been gratitude journaling in here, decorating pages and writing gratitude journal entries. This is the inside of that book. So like, I don't care about that. It's going to be a base. It's going to become part of the base of this project. I think I put that on there wonky. Oh, I can't tear it up. That paper's too dry. We're just stick that back down there and not worry about it. All right, let's see what comments. What is everybody saying? Hey, Lori Thine, there's my Minnesota friend, but she's not in Minnesota. You are out travel. You are out and about, girlfriend. She's doing her thing, and I love it. She won bingo. She told us yesterday that she won bingo. Don't think too much about this, you guys. Like, just get the glue down and stick the paper down. I promise it works out in the end, and you come up with some very surprising results when you just play. Just play with your papers. Rip them up, put them on there. I'm trying to get rid of the big white space, the margins. I don't want those. I like a lot of text, book text. So like that'll fit there pretty nicely. So this glue, the glue sticks, because they're kind of a gel, it really makes a lot of sense for this kind of project when you want to keep going with the project right away. You can use one of the wetter glues, or, you know, it makes more sense to use one of the wetter glues when you have more time and you can walk away from the project and let it sit. Let's see. I don't like a straight edge. So if I put it down like that with a straight edge, I'm going to cover it with something else. I'll overlap, or I just tear that off so that it's not so straight, because I don't want to see square edges in the middle of my project. It's no, for no reason other than I just don't like it. So if you like the square edges, you square them all off. It's just not what I like. So that's why. There's no rhyme or reason to it, just because. The Grace of Dogs. I don't know where I got it. I have no idea. But I like that it says Grace on it. So I'm just going to tear off the edges. And because that's a nice big piece, that's going to give us a lot of progress on this. And maybe we'll see my name poking out for this project. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be a mystery in the end. When it's all done, I'll remember. Did my name show up? I don't know. Very neutral. They're not all the same color. They're not all the same font. The words aren't all the same size. And I do have some plain bits of paper in here. I like to use up all the bits though. Like if I have just even a little, see, like these can get used. I did tear them up. I didn't want them around the text, but because I want this to be pretty neutral, because it's a background, it's a base for this project, I can stick these on here somewhere. I mean, they can still get used. Let's just, does this one fit here? It sure does. Let's stick it here. I'm going to make it a little shorter. The more you do this, the more you do it just for fun and just like as a source of relaxing. If you don't feel confident about do this, like somebody else say to me, oh, Grace, I'm not good at putting things together like that. It's not about being good or bad at it. Remember, it's a background piece. So we're going to be covering and layering a lot of stuff over this. So you don't have to put a whole lot of responsibility on this layer being anything particular other than an interesting background. So take the pressure off of yourself for that. Don't look at this like it has to be something beautiful in itself, because it doesn't. Just put your papers down, enjoy the relaxation of the process. And I promise you, the more you do this, or if you practice in like a telephone book or something like that, the more you do this, the easier it gets to just let it go and let the pages go down. I won't say, it's not like I don't think at all when I'm doing this, but I don't put a ton of thought into, does it match? Does it fit? Do I like it there? I just kind of glue stuff down, if that makes any sense. I have to make sure I have enough. So this will get overlapped to the other page, but I need to make sure I have enough glue going all the way that way. And here I missed a spot with glue. Imagine that. Imagine that. Hey, Kim Wallace. I did my first 3 pages the other day. Very relaxing. Yay, Kim. Get it, girl. Is anybody else doing the tired crafting that I've been suggesting to you? Anybody else tired crafting alongside us? You join in the Crafty Chicks community and become a tired crafter. All that means is I'm too tired to do a full project, but I still want to do something. I want to do something creative. This is a really no thinking. You don't have to think a whole lot. You get to use up your supplies. And in the end, you can be really satisfied with the results sometimes. Very surprised by the results sometimes. You can see some of the pages are upright. Some of them are sideways. Some are like going sideways the other way. Don't worry about it. Just stick them down. Sometimes I look at the shape of it. Like, which way can I get this in here? Yeah, so if I put it this way, it covers a nice big chunk in here. So I'm not worried about the words. Some people do. I thought about this the other day. Some people do read the text before they put it down on their project because they don't want something offensive or like wacky on here. I've never done that before. I mean, I noticed that it says The Grace of Dogs, like my name is on there, but I don't even know what these stories are about. The settlement in South Carolina in 1670, someone was sent over from England with 3 ships. Something about colonists. I don't know. I don't read them. I just stick them down. Some people do enjoy reading them and making sure that the stuff that goes underneath their project is meaningful in some way. Nope, that's not me. It's not me, girls. Okay, I want to put this here, but you see it has kind of this straight edge here and here. I don't always love the straight edge, so what I might do is flip this straight edge, line it up with the straight edge here, and then put it down. It's going to overlap the other sheet a little bit, but I'm all right with that. Or I could tear the edges and just get torn edges. So now I have just these little skinny strips to fill in. So these work really well for that. So it's just layering. This is paper collage, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, relaxing thing. Sarah says, I did a memory book for my cousin for her baby shower. It was so fun and my first journal project. Congratulations, Sarah. Way to go. And I'm sure it's just a treasured gift because it's handmade and with so much love and thought. That is an awesome gift to give. Has anybody else made journals like that, or keepsakes books or albums and given them away as gifts? They make great gifts for like a child's birthday, or like a milestone thing, like a sacrament. So say they're receiving first communion, or they're graduating from high school. That's not a sacrament, but say they're graduating from high school, like a memory book of their activities or just the school things that they're participating in. That would be a really, really good gift. A wedding. How about a wedding? So pictures of the couple leading up to the wedding. You can include the bridal shower in that book. Keepsake books are a great gift. They're a great gift. And if you like to be creative anyway, you know, it's kind of filling your need for creativity or your desire to be creative, and it's a gift at the same time. Right? How awesome is that? Way to go, Sarah. So I'll give Sarah some props. All right, I have a little piece right here that needs covered. This paper is, I don't know what this is from. It's super dry. The paper has different textures, different thicknesses. Some of them are newer than others, so the really old ones tend to get really dry. It's very interesting when you start working with all sorts of papers. You can do this with magazine pages, junk journal pages. Like if you get a journal, or not a journal, a catalog in the mail, you can tear that up and it could give you some really interesting colors. We're almost done with this. I just have a little bit more to do. Let's cover up some big spots. I think because I'm overlapping a lot, we're going to have a lot of edges that may want to poke up. So I may just put a layer of, instead of wax, I may use some Mod Podge as a decoupage top coat over this to just really hold everything down, so that when we come in with this, we don't have any trouble. I may just do that. I'm not sure. I need another book page though. Something satisfying about ripping. What is it, girls, that I love? I don't know, but I think, see this big chunk? I think it could cover almost all of this. I just don't want all this white. So let's tear it down. I'm looking to see. Yep, that's going to cover pretty much that whole spot. There's already a bunch of glue on there. I just have to cover the parts that don't have glue before I stick it down. Ooh, we're almost done. You see how and the pages are all different colors, but they're all very neutral. They're all very neutral, which is nice. Okay, we need more book page. This is going to go right here. Danish American. This must be from, this is from that Norwegian studies book. I need a little more glue right there. I could see it because I can see the shininess, the shimmer, or like from the glue. You can see it in the light, so you can kind of see where your glue goes. Okay, I just really have this one. There's a little bit of open space right there, but I'm not even going to worry about that. Like, I'm just going to fill this little strip in, and then I think we'll be done. I don't love this shape. Oh, now I cut it up too. That's too small now. Gracie Grew, what did you do? Hold on, girls. Okay, here's my solution. I was gonna put it this way, so if I flip it this way, it's gonna fill most of this, and then whatever hangs over the edge, I'll just cut off. Yeah, it's problem solved. All right, first layer done. Woohoo! Let's celebrate. First layer done. I know it looks wacky. It does. It totally looks wacky, but we're going to make something of it. I promise. I promise you. This is the fun and the challenge of mixed media. Okay, this is sticky. So I'm going to tear it off. Oh, I tore off two by accident. It's going to go in the garbage. But you see what I'm saying? See all those bright colors and patterns that you could tear up and put? Like, you could even fussy cut that out. This is a catalog, but you could fussy cut that out and do like a ocean themed one and have turtles and, you know, whatever you find in that catalog. That's kind of fun. All right. I'm throwing it on the floor, or not on the floor. I'm trying to hit the garbage, but I don't think I did hit the garbage that whole time. Sometimes I have my broom right there all the time because I'm constantly throwing papers on the floor. I do too. Andrea said she loves the look of collage. I do too. What is it about collage? Andrea, do you collage regularly? And what kinds of papers do you use, or fabrics do you use to collage? Joy, it's mixed media paper. She said, I missed what you're putting it on. This is a mixed media piece of paper. So just I showed the book earlier. It's just from a book. I'm going to cut off these wacky edges and throw all those bits on the floor. Because that's kind of how I roll. I want to get like this stuff off. And then let's put a really nice coat of, I think I'm going to do Mod Podge on here. Let's think, Grace. Think, as Landon used to say. I'm going to put something on the top to hold this all down. It's like the top coat to glue it all down, and also to protect the paper from the sticky of the transfer. So I'm going to put something down. You can use the surface wax from Chalk Couture. I don't know if it's in my little... It's not in here. It must be in the drawer. Girls, I moved everything. I told you, I've rearranged my drawers again. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord. I don't know where they are. I'm going to have to hunt it down. You could use like a furniture wax, a clear or dark, whatever you want, or the Chalk Couture wax. But I don't think I want to use the wax. I think I'm just going to use the Mod Podge top coat. Of course, Mod Podge top coat, or you can use Deco Art, Deco Podge medium and top coat. The brand doesn't matter. But there are matte finishes, glossy finishes. There are all kinds of finishes. There's a paper finish. There's one for fabric. And there is a shimmer finish. And I'm kind of leaning toward the shimmer. Let me go hunt it down. I got to go find it. Hey, Joanne in North Carolina. My brother just moved to North Carolina. I have one brother who lived there for a few years. He moved there from New York. And then my other brother who lived in New Hampshire, in late 2023, like right before Thanksgiving, moved to North Carolina. So welcome. Hey, Chris Hunter, there's my friend. Chris, we're paper crafting today. Well, we're Chalk Couturing, but we're paper collaging, which I love. And this, I would consider this mixed media, because mixed media basically means you've taken supplies from different categories and used them together. Like, if I took this piece of paper and all I did was use watercolor on it, then that's a watercolor project. If all I did was use acrylic paint on it and paint a scene, that's a painting project. Mixed media is when you combine all those things. And most of the time, a lot of times, it's a lot of layering. This is a mixed media project, right? Our little dolls that we're making, the wonky paper dolls that we're making inside the Craft Therapy Club this month. I used cardboard. I used acrylic paint. I used mixed media paper right there. I used stencils. I used doilies. I used old jewelry. I used lace trim. I used decorative scrapbook paper. Mixed media is great stash busting. I'm just like thinking about, look at all the stuff I got to use on here. If you have a ton of craft supplies, hook up with a mixed media artist. Hook up with a mixed media club, like the craft therapy club that I have. You don't have to join my club, but join a club. If you have a lot of supplies and you're like, you sit down at your space and you're like blank for ideas on how to use your supplies, join one of the clubs, because, and I would love to have you join our club. Our club is closed right now, but it'll open again in the spring. And you certainly can get on the wait list so that you get an invitation to join us. But this is mixed media, where you're using lots of different kinds of mediums or supplies to create a crafty project. This is definitely mixed media because we're using lots of different things. And I know Chris Hunter loves mixed media too. Creative, don't you love those paper dolls? You are a huge paper doll fan. I know that. Chris, we should do a live together and do paper dolls together. You want to do that? That would be so fun. It's fun to sew the collage. That's right, Andrea. So yeah, take your project to a machine and add some stitching to it. There are about a gazillion things. There's no limit. There's just no limit to the things that you can do. Okay, I do not have in my possession, I do not have Mod Podge glitter or shimmer. I don't even know what they call it, but I know they have a version of this. I have the Americana Decoupage Crystal Glitter. This is just the brand that I have. Someone's going to ask, so take your screenshot. There are lots of brands that have this. It's a decoupage glue and a top coat, just like Mod Podge has those two features. This just happens to be a different brand. And I'm kind of in a place where I try really hard. I have the Pent Art glitter too. I actually just looked over and I do have that one too. But I'm trying really hard to use up a bottle before I buy a new one. It is so hard though. I mean, anybody else help a sister out? Did anybody else have that trouble? When you, especially if I see something like new on the market, it's like, oh, new, this new version of this. I'm like, oh, I gotta have it. I want to have it. I gotta try it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, girls, it's gonna get loud. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Who else is a Jennifer fan? Benifer fan. Okay, here we go. It's gooey. I haven't used this in a long time. We got a gluey mess here. Look at boogers. They look like boogers. They're so gross. It's just slime. It's just like dried up glue on the around the rim, and it's like half dry, so it gets to be like a waxy, gooey, gobby mess. I'm just pulling off the dry stuff. Okay, so I might get a gob in there because that fell into the vat of glue. It's decoupage medium. We're gonna shimmer this whole thing. So I'm just gonna coat it. What this is gonna do is help it all stay down on the page. Gracie, I think I need to do this so that I don't get glue on my mat. Let's put the mat aside and I'm gonna do this because I wanna go off the edge without hitting my table or my mat. You can be real heavy-handed about this. You can be very light. You can put 4 coats. You can do 1 coat. There are no rules. I think it's about, I love to teach best practices. So in my membership club, we talk about best practices. Like, you know, someone will say, I tried that and this happened. Like they had a mishap. And we'll talk about, well, why do you think that happened? Why did it happen? And maybe this is what we can do in the future to prevent that from happening. And you're just going to get, the more you create and craft, the more you're going to get to know your supplies and what their, I call them features and benefits, like what they can and can't do. Like you would not want to, well, it's all about knowing what to layer and in what order. So we talk about that a lot in the Craft Therapy Club because I love to teach. I'm passionate about teaching, and I want you to have confidence when you're creating. I want you to feel like, oh, I know I'm going to go in with this because I know that this is going to work. Sometimes you don't know, and it's good to practice and just test things out. But it's really good to get to a place where you're like, I know what I want, so I know what product to grab because it's going to do what I want it to do. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying there? All right. This is going to dry pretty clear. It's going to have a bit of a shimmer to it. I am going to, this is very gluey, so I'm going to pull that off and throw it out. Now I just have another page. So it's the brilliance of using your junk mail as your backdrop for these. This one corner needs to get covered. So I'm going to come in. What I like to do is get a big old goopy layer on there. Nice and wet. And then smooth it out in sections. So I get it on there, make sure it's fully covered. Some of the paper, like that handmade paper, is just sucking up the glue. And then some of the other papers, it just glides right over because it's not as porous, it's not as dry. So it's interesting when you put this on a collage thing like this, you're gonna get different levels of glue suck it up-inness. Is that a word? It's not a word. The paper's gonna suck it up a little differently depending on the type of paper, how old it is, how thick it is, all that jazz. Suck it up-inness. Girls, I just made another word. You know me with my making up words. I'm not very technical. I use a little, like, they're very, do you call them colloquialisms? Is that the right word for it? I don't know. That's like a little beyond my pay grade. But I do come up with a lot of funky words to describe what I'm trying to get across. Okay, I'm going to grab, I have this little card. It's just an old, we never turned it in. Sorry, days in. Card. And when this is a little bit drier, I'm going to flatten some of this out, make sure it's nice and flat. You love this page, Susan? Thanks, Susan. You finally got through all mine. Chris says, I finally got through all mine, so I can just use the My Go-To. Oh, yeah. So what Chris is saying, she finally got through all of her bottles so that she could just continuously buy her go-to, her favorites. But I love testing stuff, you guys. I have so many bottles of glue because I love testing. So like this is my go-to for my paper collage in my, either that or the glue stick in my, my telephone book project, right? My telephone tired crafting book, right? A lot of times when I do paper collage, I like to use my Liquitex matte medium. I love the way it works as a glue. I knew that I wanted a top coat on this. So I grabbed this because I wanted a little shimmer to the top coat. So like I said, once you've tried a bunch of products out and you know what you're looking for it to do, you can grab the product that suits the situation. I didn't, even though I used this in my telephone book, I didn't use it today because like I said, it's too wet and it would take like a long time to dry. And the glue stick, it doesn't need dry time. I could go in right away with my top coat. Where the other one, I would have had to wait for it to dry and then wait for this to dry. It just would have taken too long. Yeah, no, right. And Chris is saying, it's not like I wouldn't try a new one. I love trying new products. And I tell the girls all the time, we do, like we did the other day in the Craft Therapy Club. We did this the other day when I was gratitude journaling. I wanted to use my embossing powders, and I hadn't created these yet for my embossing powders. So these are all the embossing powders that I have, and I like to put them on swatches so that when I'm working on a project, I can go into my drawer for an embossing powder, and before I choose the product, I have a swatch that tells me, because some of them are matte, some of them are glazes, some of them have shimmer, some of them have, shimmer is different than holographic finish on it. Some of them look pebbled or like textured, and some of them don't. Some of them are smooth. So I like to have these little swatches. It's a way for me to test them, and it's a way for me to know. I keep this in the drawer with my embossing powder so that I know what they look like on paper, so that I know what I'm looking for in terms of working on the project. Now, it's funny because when we did this the other day, I pulled out a mixed media pad and started this. And this mixed media paper, I just could tell it was sucking up the glue and sucking up the embossing powder was blending with the paper. You couldn't even see any of the sheen of some of these embossing powders. Like, this is supposed to be pearl and it's not pearly at all. I said, it's something about this paper is interacting with these embossing powders. This is not the way it's supposed to be. And I just knew that from lots of years of experience with that. So I grabbed this paper, which is watercolor paper. Even the color is different. It's thicker. So see, it didn't bleed through. It's thicker. It's whiter. It's more like a cardstock. And when I put them on here, now these are a true representation of the embossing powders. So we had that little session in the Craft Therapy Club on, I've been gratitude journaling with them every Sunday afternoon. And that was a really good experience because I was learning as I was doing it as well. But I encourage the ladies to do this with all their products. We do it with texture glazes and texture mediums. We do it with top coats. We do it with color mediums. Like when I get a new set of crayons, we'll play with them because we want to know what it is, how they work, their features and benefits. This is still a little wet. I'm going to hold it up so you can see the sheen, because I hope you can see. There's a little bit of a shimmer. It's glossy, but there is a shimmer in the top coat. I'm not giving a thumbs down. I did not do that, Facebook. See, if you do thumbs down, then you get a thumbs down on the screen. If you do a thumbs up, but I wasn't giving a thumbs down. I was showing them paper. Did you guys see my AI girl, the middle-aged woman, opening a box that I posted yesterday? Was that yesterday? I asked AI in Canva to give me the photo of a woman, a middle-aged woman opening a box. Because most of the girls, the ladies who hang out with me here, we're middle-aged gals just trying to have some craft therapy time, some time away from the family responsibilities and the job responsibilities and the pet and the home and you name it, like all the things. We like to have a little craft time. So we're mostly middle-aged mamas or older. I have a lot of retired women who hang out here too. Anyway, I asked AI to give me that. The woman had a mustache, ladies. She had a mustache. I was like, no, this is not a middle-aged woman. This does not represent me. I'm sorry. I laughed so hard. And then I was like, oh, I got to show the girls. I got to show the girls. Wasn't it funny, Christina? She had a mustache. She had a big bald spot here. I was like, no. We got hot middle-aged mamas here at the Crafty Chicks Club. Here at the Crafty Chicks at the Comfy Desk with Grace. Oh, thanks, Barbara, for saying that. And thanks for being a Facebook subscriber. Barbara, I don't know if you signed up for we're doing a Valentine's swap. I got hair on my face. I got something on my face that's tickling me. We're doing a Valentine's swap, and you can sign up if you go to the subscriber hub. It's a private Facebook page here on the public page, but it's like a private tab for anybody who's supporting the page. It's $1.99 a month to support the page, and then you get exclusive content. We are doing a swap among the subscribers, and these are my swap buddies. So in the comments of the swap post, just choose some buddies to swap some Valentines with. I am swapping with Missy, Kim H, Karen H, and Christy A from Funky Junk. So these are my swap buddies, and yesterday I made my Valentines. You guys, yesterday with you, I conquered 3 Valentines, but then last night I went back in and I made 2 more. So I'm so excited. I'm going to be decorating these privately because I want the ladies, they saw the outside of their Valentine. We're doing handmade Valentines, but I want to do the inside decorating privately so that they're surprised by what they get. So maybe I'll do like a post video, but I want them to see it first. This still feels a little bit damp. What was I going to do? Oh, in the meantime, while this is drying, let me tell you who won the Watts of Love prizes. Andrea, it is so fun. It is so fun to do swaps. That's another thing about joining a craft club or community where it's organized. You know, I'm like the fearless leader. Like, I make the plan, I pick the project, I do the templates. They're getting head templates. They're getting templates for the head. I put the supply list together, and then I set the date, and then we all gather together, gather our supplies, and we create together. So it takes the guesswork out of it for you. If you are a person who wants to create more often, you have a ton of the supplies and you're just not using them. Our motto for 2024 came from one of our members, Ruth. She said, my motto for 2024, my word for the year, is use more in 2024. So we are really hunkering down on that theme of using what we got, which we already do in the Craft Therapy Club. Use up book pages, use up your supplies, just use them up. So having somebody organize it all for you, give you the list of things to gather from your room, and to set a time where we can get together and create. It is really nice to have all of the legwork done for you, and all you have to do is show up. I give you the schedule for the month. This is my craft club. There are other craft clubs you can join, but the Craft Therapy Club, you get the schedule for the month. We do craft projects, and we also have fellowship things like the swaps, you know, stuff like that. We play bingo for prizes. That's just bingo. It has nothing to do with crafting other than the winners get craft supplies sent in the mail from me for winning. It's just for fun. So it's just a club. It's just a club. It's a fellowship club for people who like to create on a regular basis. So consider joining us. We would love to have you. If you need the link to get on the wait list for when the door opens, comment #club. And that will give you the link to go to, and then you just put your name and email address on, and when the doors open up again, the waitlisters are getting the first invitation to join for the seats that are available. Hey there, Anchor Art Creations. Do you do that I'm new? Do you do that I don't know what that means, but welcome. We're happy to have you. Tell me your first name though. It's Anchor Art Creations, but I don't know what your name is. So please tell me who you are. Yeah, I use hashtags. I use these 4 are my automatic info links. Okay. So use #club to get the wait list for the club. #Telegram. If you want to get notifications from me that I'm going live or that the club is open, things like that we're playing bingo, all those things so that you don't miss out on any of the fun. Lolly Doodle, that's my friend. How are you? She says, you will not regret joining Grace's group. I absolutely love it. Kim was our guest this month. Kim and I are working together. I'm so excited you're here, Kim. Kim is a hand lettering artist and she's brilliant. She's really good at it. She's a lovely, sweet soul. And she was our guest a week ago. Kim, it was like a week ago in our group. She did some basic hand lettering and she and I are meeting. We've met once and we've done our basic planning, but she's going to come back into the group and do a series of hand lettering. And she's a lefty, which I did not know when she came in as a guest. She did hand lettering with us and she said, now I'm a lefty, so I'm going to show you how to do it with your left hand. For those who are lefties, let me show you how to do it with your right hand because she's unique in that regard. I've never seen a hand letterer. And I belong to a hand lettering coaching group. I told Kim this. I belong to a group. I paid for workshops. I bought the books. I practiced and I just could not get it down. Well, she's going to come in. And for those of you that are lefties, she's going to show you left and right. Like I said, I've never seen anybody teach it that way. So I'm thrilled and my heart is full knowing that Kim is going to be a member of the group, but also sharing a series of instructional videos on how to create using hand lettering. So we're going to be incorporating some of that. We have a plan in our little brains to incorporate some of that into the projects that we do in the Craft Therapy Club. You know, the girl with the napkin dress, I said to Kim, I always type out the messages that I want to put on my projects because I don't like my handwriting. And she's like, oh, we're going to teach you how to do that so that you have both options. You can type them out if you want the type on your project, but if you want to handwrite it out in really pretty handwriting, she's going to show us how. So she is going to be doing a series. I'm so excited. Kim, thank you, my new friend. And you know what's so funny? I've known Kim for a while as acquaintances, like business buddies. We're in the same coaching group. We both belong to the same creative business owner coaching group. And when we met the other day, I'm like, why have we never talked? How does that happen? You know, it's online. So we connect together to listen to the coach. And we both know that we're there and the comments are on the Zoom, but we've never had a chance to really talk. And I enjoyed our conversation so much, Kim. I'm so thrilled that you're going to be hanging out with us in the Craft Therapy Club. Brenda says, I would love to join the Craft Therapy Club, but my kid's schedule is so busy in the evenings, I'm afraid I won't be able to commit. Well, I do most of what I do. Well, okay, let me say this. The schedule it tries to accommodate everyone. So there are some evening things. I do the gratitude journaling at noon on Sundays. That's new. I've been doing that for a few months now. But that is on noon on Sundays. And we do things during the day, some in the morning and some in the afternoon, because I have ladies from all over the United States in the group. So I have somebody in the Pacific, California time zone and some on the East Coast on that, Boston time zone. And so there's a 4-hour difference. I think it's 4 hours, isn't it? So I interchange the times, but you'll always get the schedule. You get the schedule for the month, and Leanne, our community manager, she creates all the events And if you RSVP to the event on Facebook, it does the transition of time zone for you. So you don't have to think about it like, okay, Grace is Central, I'm Pacific. What time does that mean? You don't have to do that. Just respond to the event that Leanne creates for all of the activities. And you will get an email reminder or a notification from Facebook, a reminder that I'm going live. And then I encourage them all to get on the Telegram channel because I announce in there, or we're playing bingo in the next, in a half hour, we're doing bingo in the group so that nobody misses out on anything. But Brenda, some of it's in the morning, some of it's in the afternoon, some of it's in the evening. And so it's not a set day and time. That way I can accommodate as many as possible to join us live sometimes. And the video recordings are always there for you to watch later and do them later. So you don't have to ever worry about missing. You won't miss anything. Everything's organized in the group. We have it all organized by month so that you can find this month's activities in a certain, it's like almost like it's called a guide, but it's a little section of the group where you can find all of this month's activities. And you can go all the way back to 2019 when the group started and find all of the templates and the supply list and the video instructions. So you can pick, like we did this project a couple of years ago. I love this bird so much. We did this project in the group. So if you want to do this project, you just go to that month and you get the template, you get the supply list, and you get the video recordings all in there so that you can create this for yourself. Yeah. So you won't miss out on a thing. I've been telling the ladies recently, I think this is plenty dry, but I got to announce the winners of the Watts of Love thing. I've been telling the ladies recently because they're like, oh, I feel like I'm missing out. Please don't ever feel like you're missing out. I want you to think of the Craft Therapy Club content, which is all organized for you. I want you to think of it kind of like Netflix. I have a Netflix. How many have a Netflix subscription or Peacock or what are they, like Disney Plus? You have all these subscriptions, memberships that you pay for every month for all of these things that you can watch if you want to. In my lifetime, I will never watch everything on Netflix. That's not how it works. I can't go through systematically and watch every single thing. And I don't want to. I'm not interested in everything on Netflix. Not everything floats my boat, as they say. So I want you to think of the Craft Therapy Club like that. There are so many projects in that group. Well, we're on project 59 of the monthly projects. But there's all the art journaling, all the napkin journaling, all the mixed media projects, all the product reviews. You will never watch all of it, and that's not the goal. You are still getting a tremendous value. It's $15 a month. You're getting a huge value in all the activity and the fellowship in the group, even if you only do a quarter of the projects in the group, because not all of them are going to be interesting to you. Not all of them are timely. We did like Christmas trees for Christmas. You're not going to want to do a Christmas tree right now, I don't think. I mean, you can if you want to. But right now, you might want to focus on what we're doing right now. And then you can peruse and take advantage of any of the other projects as you want to, but you don't have to. Just like if you went to the library, you are never reading all those books at the library, girls. Just pick the ones you like, read them, enjoy them, savor them, and move on. Don't feel like you're missing out. Please don't feel like you're missing out, because you're not. I mean, you're not. Do the stuff that like really gets you excited. That's what I want you to work on. And there is a huge variety of stuff in that group. Lori says, I love the Craft Therapy Club. It is the best. I love watching the replays if I miss something. Exactly. It's so relaxed and so fun. Yeah, it's like going on Pinterest. Andrea, right? You can't do it all. Just pick the ones that most excite you and do those. Yeah. And if you don't even want to go back, just do what we're doing right now. There's so much activity in the group every month. You don't have to look back at all. Don't worry about anything that we've done in the past. Just keep up with what we've been doing, particularly if you're really tight on time. Okay, Watts of Love winners. These are the 4 ladies who won Watts of Love prizes for making donations to Watts of Love through my Chalk Couture site. Cheryl Kelly, if you guys are here, give me a big old shout out in the comments. Or if you recognize some of these names, because some of these ladies are Craft Therapy Club members too. Cheryl Kelly, Terry Nogast, Missy Heath, and Susan McMichael. And I know Susan's here. You guys all just won. You just won, well, you didn't just win, but you won some prizes. I'm going to be sending you some Chalk Couture goodies in the mail as a way of saying thank you for making a donation through my Chalk site to Watts of Love, that nonprofit that we love so much. All right, I've talked plenty. Let's get back to the project. Now this is, I'm groping again, girls. on the paper groper. It sounds so creepy, but I love texture so much on the paper groper. It's got texture. So texture's coming from the fact that some of these pieces of paper are thicker than others, and some of them, especially on the edges, they're overlapping each other, so it's a little thicker right there, and I can feel that. I love the feel of it. But I was gonna say, this particular top coat, it's got like shimmer flakes, not flakes. It's got glitter in it, basically, very ultra-fine glitter. So it almost feels a little, I know, I'm groping the paper again, Christina. There she goes, gropey Grace. It can go with Mustache Monday. Gropey Grace and Mustache Monday. I'm getting gropey, girls. All right, we're silly here. We love to have a lot of fun. Life's too serious, so when we're hanging out, we're going to have fun. When I grope it, it feels a little sandpapery, like an ultra fine sandpaper because of that glitter in the top coat. So if you're a texture fan, get your gropey hands on. Oh, I know. Christine says, you're cracking me up, girl. I know. If anybody's here for the first time and you're like, what is this girl all about? Ask the girls in the comments. Those of you who hang out with me often, you know that I'm a little wacky. It's a little wacky here. We're just trying to have fun. We're just trying to be lighthearted. We're trying to see the good in all things. This is why I love this so much. We're seeing the good in all things, and we're going to laugh, and even the things that aren't particularly good, like my chronic pain for the last 5 weeks, we laugh at it, and we make fun of it, and we move on. Okay, this is going to go on here, and it's going to go in my book. So I'm a little bit tempted to poke my holes in this first. And what I have to decide is, I was going to do some coloring. I forgot about the coloring. I was going to do some coloring on here before I put this down. I forgot. It should have been done before the top coat. It doesn't mean that I can't still do it. Again, I'm thinking about the supplies that I have that I could put on top of this that won't. It's a top coat, so it's meant to be waterproof. So some of the color mediums that you have will resist. They won't really apply real well to this, like watercolor. If I used a watercolor paint on here, I took my watercolor brush and I dip it in my pan and I put it on here, it's going to slide right off because the top coat is doing its job. But we do have color mediums in our stash, in our little tool belt that will work on here. So should I add some color to this, or should I just go in? Should I just go in with the chalking? Color or chalk? I usually add some color to kind of like tone down, but I already put my shimmer on there. Oh, what was that? I was talking too much. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to grab my little hole punch because I need to hole punch this so it can go in my book. So hang tight. My hole punch is right here. It's not very far, but it is off screen. Oh, the thing just came off and they flew all over the room. Well, good thing I vacuum, or I sweep twice a day, so it's a good thing. Okay, this is going in my book. Here's my book. We're making this book and we're putting decorative Chalk Couture paper projects in here, like mixed media projects. This one is completely done on fabric. Okay, this is a good example. This is all fabric, and I actually sewed it. You can't see because I covered the stitching, but I ran it through Babsy, my machine, and I stitched all around, like I quilted bits of fabric on a piece of paper. And then I put color over the bits of fabric because some of the fabric, like you can see that paisley poking out, it's very bold. And if I just left the fabric, it would take away from the be kind to yourself sentiment. So this is same conversation I'm having in my head here, trying to decide. There she goes, using her boobs again. Using the boobs. It's actually my stomach to hold the book in place. Oh, good gravy, Gracie. I tried to go too fast. Okay. I'm thinking about putting some color over this to make the pages go further into the background. That's what I'm talking about, so that we can see this better and that this is more of the star of the show. So should we do it? Let the transfer be the color. Susan says, let the transfer be the color. What do you think? Jennifer says, no color. Oh, I love this so much because that's like my go-to background. I do the collage and then I put a little color on top to like make it fade more into the background. But the most recent 2 comments that I see say, no, don't do it. Wendy, same thing. She says use the chalk pastes. Oh yeah, totally. Laughter blesses the soul. Jennifer, you ain't kidding, girl. I am with you on that. Absolutely. It is fun, Jolene. We're having a ball here, and I'm so glad you're here to take part of it. I really do appreciate you guys being here. Oh, thanks, Andrea. I love you, girls. I love you. Thanks for making me feel good. You know, your words really do go a long way. They do make me feel good. I told you guys the other day, I live with boys, and my husband is not the coddling type of husband. Like if I say to him, oh, I'm not feeling real great, he's like, he'll say something like, he won't say, oh, honey, I'm sorry. Let me give you a hug. That's never his response. It's like, well, there's only 2 hours left of the day and then you can go to bed. Like that's his response. He's very gruff. I love him. Love him. Of course, I married the man and I'm still with him after 20 years. I love him, but he is not the coddling type. So when you guys are so sweet to me, oh, it blesses my heart. It blesses my heart. You guys are saying go right in on this, huh? I got 3 new colors. Okay, these are the colors. I needed black, so I grabbed some black in the last order that I placed. And then these were the colors of the month in January. These are no longer available. There's a color of the month each month, and last month they did 2 colors. So these were the 2 colors. They're really pretty, right? One is called Duchess, and the other one is called Dear Diary. You know, I've become like a super fan of purple lately. So how many colors do I want to use? Black, because we can do the flower in several colors or 1 color, and we can do the words in different colors, the letters and words in different colors. So what are you thinking? I'm thinking all the words in black so that they really show up. I'm really afraid they're not going to show up real well. Because this is really against my, like, I really feel like I want to put some color down on there. Like something to just something behind there to make the book pages go more to the background. They're supposed to be background singers. Oh yeah, you guys are all saying don't use any color. Spirit even said don't use any color. I'm glad you're here, Spirit. I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so maybe black so that it really stands out. We got to use colors that really stand out. The purple will definitely stand out, so we're definitely using this. So let me get this open. And do you think that this will show up? I think I'm going to use purple on the floral, pink on these 2 words, the ones that are in the circles, and then black for all the others. Or should I use... Here we go. Here we go with the indecision. Here we go. Oh my gosh. This is the thing about Chalk Couture. You take all your colors, and these are erasable pastes. You can erase this formula if you chalk it on a chalkboard. That was the whole original plan with Chalk Couture, is remakeable chalkboards. So you put this on a chalkboard, you put whatever colors you want through the transfer to get the design on your chalkboard. And then when you're bored of it next month, or say it was Christmas and now it's no longer Christmas, you can erase that off your chalkboard and do a new design. I don't do a whole lot of home decor boards anymore on a regular basis because I love to paper craft. So I tend to do them in books. I have 2 Chalk Couture boards in my living room that have been up for ages. I'm not bored of them. I absolutely love the sentiments that are on them. One says choose happy, and the other one is the in this house one. And so I don't change them out. They're just there and I love them. Excuse me. I had to get that brush into some water. Oh, I might need my water. Let's press the button. I'm going to get this going, girls. This is my new bottle that gives me hydrogen water. So I couldn't figure it out yesterday. If I press it twice, it sets to 10 minutes. So this is going to bubble for 10 minutes. Look at it. It actually changes color and everything. It's so cool. It's going to give me hydrogen water. In 10 minutes, my hydrogen water will be ready and I can drink that. Okay, meantime, I'll wash down my cough with some coffee. I only have a little bit left. You need some teal? Should I do teal instead of the black, you mean? Let me grab teal. Who said that? Jana. Oh, somebody said something about their husband. We deserve all the loving care. Melissa, we deserve all the loving care when we're sick because there are not many things worse than a sick man. No kidding, right? No kidding. All right, let me grab my colors and let's see if I can find some teal. I'm right here. Don't you worry, I didn't go away. Teal is like one of my favorite colors. So let's hope that Gracie has a bottle or a pot of teal paste here. I got a lot of pastes, girls, so I'm going through them. Oh, wowzer, where is the teal? I see all the blues. Hold on, girls. You hear me rummaging around in here? Oh, it's way down on the bottom. Is that teal? No, but that is beautiful. It's eggshell blue. All right. Hold on, girls. Hold on. I have a lot of paste. I usually just pick the paste colors I'm going to use, but I can't decide and I can't find my teal. Does anybody see teal in here anywhere? Where is the teal? Do I need a pot of teal? What the? That's green. So it's the ones in the middle that I can't see the colors. What I like to do is I usually put like a splash of the paste on the cover because I'm usually looking down. That way I don't have to pick it up out of, I love this color, you guys. I don't have to pick it up out of the tub to see what color it is. We need a blue, but I don't think I have any teal. This is called Dusky Blue. I do agree that teal and purple together. That one doesn't have a name. I have no idea what color that is. We have some shimmer pastes. You girls, I just ordered the black. I don't have any teal. I can't even believe it. Look at this color though. That's one of my favorites too. It's like a light teal. Let's go with that one. That's eggshell blue. Isn't that pretty? Do you think that'll work? Where's the, I think that's better than that one. Those will work together. Let's do it. Listen, it's just a chalk project. We're not going to get too worried about any of this. Oh, purple. I love me. Who else loves purple? Show me some hearts. Is purple your favorite color? I didn't even like purple until last year. And now I'm like loving it more and more. The more I use it and the more I buy it to wear it, I'm really loving it. Cheapo me. I have to get it all off the cover. I'm not going to waste any of it. I get that all off, as much of that off there as I can before I throw that in the garbage because I don't want to waste any of it. All right, we're not using black. Let's use purple as our dark color. I got my little dryer here. I figured while I was back there, I might as well grab it. Okay, we got dark purple. This is the new color. That was the color of the month last month. Hello, Dear Diary. Hello, Diary. Dear Diary. And eggshell blue. All bright. I think I will use, I'm going to put the pinkish color on the two blurby words. The other words are going to get, I think what I'll do is a combo. We'll make it interesting. I don't usually do this, but we'll try to make it interesting. I'll use a combo of the two other colors on the words and on the flower. I don't know in what order, but that's what we're going to do. We got to finally make a decision and just go for it. Oh, she had a question about the water. I like the unknown blue, but go for the unknown blue. What happened was I went to an event, like a leadership event or something for Chalk Couture. And when you go to the events like convention or leadership, or I've earned some of the trips, you know, like they always give you little gifts. So when I earned the trip, the last trip that I went to was in Mexico. That was like an incentive trip that we earned, like for sales. So went to the trip, and then like you would come back to your room and there'd be a pot of paste like sitting on, and it would be an exclusive color that nobody else has. And that's what that blue is. I don't know the name of it. I don't remember where I got it, but I got it at one of those Chalk Couture events. So it was a fun little gift. You would do everything eggshell blue, Andrea? You would paint it. You mean you just love this color so much, or on this project you would do everything eggshell blue? Andrea, on that same note, I am not a huge fan of like every single thing being a different color. It makes my brain crazy. My brain can only handle so much. It's just too... I told you I'm a dodo bird. Yesterday when we were trying to do the folds on that paper, I feel like a dodo bird. My brain capacity is only so much. And I think it's because I'm so overwhelmed in all the other places in my life that when I get in here, it's like, I don't want to do every color in the world. I just want to do a few pretty colors. Does that make sense? It's just too overwhelming to me. I think that's the word. Every single one being a different color. No, that hurts my brain. I can't do it. Oh, in your house, Andrea, I have a ton of teal and blue in my house too. So we're kind of like teal loving sisters. Chris Hunter had a question about the water. Oh, Chris just messaged me. Chris and I were chatting yesterday. It's still going. It's still adding the water. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I added a post today on the page. So Chris, you could do this. Go to the Comfy Nest with Grace Facebook page, you know, when we're done here. I posted the link to the bottle and did I do that already? Or did I schedule it for tomorrow? Watch the page because I posted the link to the bottle and an informational video about what the hydrogen water does and why I bought it. But I've used it like, I've already drank 4 of these today. This will be my 5th one. But you get the hydrogen going and then I talked about it yesterday, and I don't want to do a whole lot of time on it because we've been here for a while. Teal and purple, and it says use the teal and purple. I think that the purple is going to show up the best because it's the darkest. So I feel like the words should mostly be that dark color. I need 3 squeegees, and if I'm going to do different colors in the letters, I want small squeegee. Like this is the mini squeegee, this is the large. Big difference in size. So because I want to get in between letters kind of tight, I'm going to use the smallest one, the minis. You can buy these in packs of 12, which you can see I have a ton of them because if you want to do a bunch of different colors, it does help. The other option for small is to grab, I'm digging through my stuff, the multi-tools. Do you see how much smaller those are? If you're trying to get in something really tight, to have that squeegee or this really teeny tiny one if you're trying to get like super fine little details. Like if you wanted all those tiny little circles in there to be a different color. I'm not doing that because it's way too much work. But if you wanted that, you could do that. Okay, let's punch our holes because I need to make sure that I don't... Where's the center? This is my cheat to get the center. I'm just going to give myself a little finger press there so I know where the center is. And then the other holes will match up. That's the fastest way. That's the fastest way I know to do that. Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't hit those holes with the design. So the design's going to go somewhat to the right, but it doesn't have to go all the way to the right. I need to fuzz this. It's sticky. It's reusable. It's washable. So you can use it over and over again. But I need to put a little fuzz on the background. There you go. Using my boobs again. There she goes. There she goes. I'm using my whole body, actually. I got a short little body. I'm a short little Italian girl. So I don't have a very big torso. So the girls might come into play with helping me fuzz that a little bit. Okay, we're going to put it down. Now, I put the top coat, which protects the paper from sticking too strongly to the transfer so that it doesn't like pull the paper off. It also protects the transfer from getting too much paper on it. I'm going to put it right there. I just got a big... like scrappy piece of hair from my shirt probably. Okay, we're just going to press it down, seal it on there. I like that as it is. I like it as it is on there. All right, now I have to decide. I have to make a decision on colors, girls. I don't know that I have coral. I don't know that I have it. Jana. Jana's giving me directives. She's telling me what to do, girls. She's saying use coral. I don't know that I have it, and it's stressing me out. This one's really pretty. It's called Sunset Drive. Do you like that one? Ooh, I like that one even better. See, you make me go back in here, Jana. Look what... Oh, that was my bottle saying my water's ready. What about that one? Oh, jeez Louise. sometimes you can have too many options and then you're like, what do I do? Okay, we got purple and teal. I don't have coral. I have, this is Sunset Drive. It's kind of orangey. This one's really pink. And then I have the new one, which is Dear Diary. Let's use a brighter one. Jana wants bright, so we'll put this one aside. All right, Jana. I'm going to go with a hot pink. Making an executive decision here. Let's hope it's not good. It's too dry. I can't use it, and it's going to take too long to get it back. You can reconstitute those, spray distilled water in them, and mix, mix, mix. If they're so dried up that you can hardly mix it, spritz it. Spritz. A pump of water. Put it in the microwave for like 5 seconds at a time. Very short amount of time. Pull it out, stir it, spritz it, microwave, out, stir. It will eventually come back. Sometimes I don't have the energy. Mom, I don't have all the energy for that. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. All right, Jana, we made an adjustment. You live on Sunset Drive, Debbie Duckett? How fun is that? How fun is that? All right, here we go. So I forgot to ask you guys, if you're getting some value, if you're hanging out here and you're thinking this is really fun and I love learning new things, please share this with a friend who may also like to craft and create and just relax and enjoy company. Okay, top of the flower is going to be, this one is probably the driest one, so I'm not going to start with that. I'm going to start with one of the wetter ones because it's dry time wise. This will take longer to dry. It's a little wetter, brand new one, than the older one. So I'll start with the purple. And what did I say I was going to do with the purple? Now I've changed my mind. That pink is going to go there, and here. I'm going to put the purple on the top of the flower. You just got to make a decision. Just go with it. That's the fun. You can always create a new one. Remember, I always point out to you guys, you hang out with me for over an hour creating, but there's a lot of chit chat that goes on. I know some people don't like that, and that's okay. It's okay. Thank you for being here. Blessings to you, and move on and find somebody who just does the project, but we love to chat and we love to get to know each other. So when I create and we're chit-chatting a lot, it takes a little longer to do the projects. And that is definitely something that happens on the public page, we're a little bit more, we do chat a lot, but we get together a lot more often in the club. So when we get together in the club, those projects, I try to keep them under an hour of time each session, just to be respectful of everybody's time. Here, I'm trying to get to know you, and I'm hoping you're getting to know me. So we take a little longer to chat, and I try to explain things at the same time about the products and what my mindset is, what I'm doing here. It will never take you this long to do this project when you're home alone and doing it. It's going to be a lot faster. So you can always make a new one. If you're not thrilled with it, you can always make a new one. Now, I know that leaves and stems are not purple, but we're just going to use, I like it to be a little bit monochromatic. I don't want a bunch of different colors on my project. I really don't. I don't want to do green as well, I guess is what I'm saying. So we did that. Now, the other letters I'm going to do in the tealish, bluish, eggshell blue. I'm just trying not to hit the purple. The purple's still wet. That's why it helps to have the different shape of or sizes of these squeegees. Now I'm going to do, I said those are going to be pink, but the rest of the letters are going to be this color. So I can really do some sweeping motions here. Now there is a dry time factor. Whoa, I got some purple on that H that I didn't intend. That'll be interesting to look at. Come on. There is a dry time factor. If you are going to go slow and you feel like your paste is going to dry in the transfer, you should pull this up. It's called the paste and peel method. You should pull it up and then dry it and then put it back down and do some more. I put it in the wrong color. I put it in the wrong color. I'm hoping to do this quickly enough that it's nice to have more on hand. I'm hoping to do it quick enough that that's not an issue. All right, we're coming in with the pink next. We got all that color done. And then pink next. Pinky, pinky. Who's a fan of, this is like a peachy pinky. I don't know. What did I say it was called? It's not quite pink. It's not quite orange. It's like coral in that regard, but it's not called coral. It's called Sunset Drive. It's So they're putting it, I think, in the orange category. And Debbie lives on Sunset Drive, which is so fun. All right, see what I'm doing? We're just picking parts of it. And I'm hoping that it's not drying in the transfer, so I can just do this one time. Otherwise, yeah, you would want to paste the top of it, peel it back, let it dry, put it back down, and then move on to the second part of the transfer. But I'm trying to do it more quickly than that. Given the fact that we've been chit-chatting so much, I missed part of the G, so let's get that done. Did I miss anything? Part of the N. There we go. I'm looking for white spots. Okay, let's peel it back and see what we get. I should try to do it this way so you can see it. Oh, it's really stuck on there too. Oh, guys, look. Do you like the color combo? Oh, all right, look. Oh my goodness, you guys. That's really cute. It's really cute. I am so, hey, whoever sent me stars, thank you. I see some stars going across the screen. Thank you, whoever you are. What do you think? Show me some thumbs up or something. Thumbs up if you like it, or some hearts or something. I'm going to stick this back. This is the backing that it came on, and I'm going to stick it back on there, even though it's dirty. And then I'll bring this to my laundry room and wash it later. Let's just get that down on the floor. I absolutely love it, actually. I'm very surprised that it shows up as well as it does, but that is why I picked such a neutral background. All the book pages, even though they're kind of different colors of book page, some are dark and some are light. Thanks for all those hearts, you guys. See the good things. See the good things. So this transfer is new. It's part of the spring collection with Chalk Couture. So if you haven't got it and you want it, it is still available. If you decide to go order it, if you don't have a chalk girl, like if you don't have somebody that you shop regularly with Chalk Couture, I would love to have your business. Use my chalk site. And then if you round up your order, I'll put your name in to win. I do it every month. I've been doing it for 6 years. Every month, anybody who orders from my site and they make a donation to Watts of Love by rounding up, your name goes in the hat. Basically, I choose a random winner every month to send some Chalk Couture supplies to. I have one bit of bleed through I just discovered, but I bet you can't even see it unless I point it out. But right here on the stem, you see where my finger's pointing? I'm going to put it close up so you can see. One bit of bleed through, but it's not bad. Like, it's not bad. And actually, if I wanted to, I could take a paintbrush or, let me see if I can find it. This little tool, it's got like, kind of like a Q-tip end on it. Can you see that? It's got kind of a Q-tip end. You wet this, and then because we have a top coat on this, you'll be able to, remember this is an erasable paste. So wet this a little bit, and then you'll be able to take that wet tip, that little Q-tip, and rub off that bit of paste and just have like another Q-tip, a clean Q-tip to like, you're going to wet it, it's going to reactivate it, and then you can swipe it off with another Q-tip. But that doesn't bother me in the least in terms of like the look of it. I do love, look at the E, the two E's and the word C, how different they are. Like that purple one in the middle with all the stripes through it. How fun is that? How fun is that? I'm going to drop the link. If anybody's interested in grabbing this, I'm going to drop the link to this. It has my chalk site. If you don't want this design, you could just use that link to go into the site and poke around and see if there's anything there that you want. If you don't, that's totally cool. Thank you for hanging out with me. You do not need to shop with me, but if you intend to shop with me, I appreciate your business. If you intend to buy this anyway, I appreciate your business, and then your name will go in if you round up your order to Watts of Love to maybe winning something next month. Or it would be this month. But anyway, you love it? Fun, fun. Cena says fun, fun. We're loving it. Let's get some confetti. How do we get confetti? I can't remember. 2 peace signs is for confetti. I'm going to get you some confetti on the screen. How fun is that? It's like a big old party here. It's like a big old party. I'm loving the colors too. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm glad that you love it. All right. Okay. So, oh, the water bottle, my water's ready. So after the timer goes off, you're supposed to drink this within like 20 to 30 minutes and you'll hear it. Listen. I don't know if you could hear it. It's like the bubbles that it creates gives it like a little vacuum seal. And then you drink the hydrogen water and it helps to heal your cells, get rid of inflammation, regenerate so that your body is just healing quicker and it gets rid of inflammation. I mean, those are the two basic reasons why I bought it. It has other properties too that are helpful. Those are the two big reasons why I bought it. My body doesn't heal very quickly because of the inflammation from my chronic disease. So I bought this because there are a lot of studies saying that this is super helpful to longevity and good health. So I drink water all day anyway, so why not put it in the bottle, add some bubbles. It tastes exactly the same as water. It doesn't have a different flavor, and you only use water in it. It's not like you put lemonade in there and make hydrogen lemonade. It's not how it works. You only use water. It adds more hydrogen to the water, and then it helps to heal your body and to get rid of inflammation, which I could use a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, it works great. It works great. I just pressed the button a few minutes ago. It ran for 10 minutes to add the hydrogen, and then you just drink it down. It's just regular water. So I'm thrilled with it so far. So we'll see. I'll see in a few weeks if it's really making a difference for my body, but I'm hopeful that it will be. I'm so glad you guys love this. I'm so glad. So this is, now once it dries, this is going to go, this is the next page in my book. I would like to actually, I had a plan in my mind. This is going to go here in this book. I kind of like the idea. I was going to do some embroidery thread around it, like some stitching of embroidery thread. And I may still do that, but I really, based on the time, how much time we spent together today, and the fact that this is still wet, and like the flower that has this big panel right there that's very wet, I would have to spend quite a few minutes drying it to do the embroidery part. So I'm not going to make you wait through all that. You get the gist of the project. I think I'm going to do the embroidery thread, and then I will share a picture of that here on the page and probably in the Telegram. I always send that kind of stuff in the Telegram channel. So if you belong to Telegram. If you don't belong to Telegram and you want to get notifications from me about lives, in the comments, just comment, all is one word, hashtag Telegram, and that link for Telegram will go straight to your Facebook Messenger. And then you can click on it, download the app, and join if you want to. It's free and it's really safe. I think there are like millions of people around the world that use Telegram, including me and most other creatives on Facebook or social media. So it's very, very safe. So don't ever worry about that. Yes, I will keep you posted, Sarah. All right, girls, guys and girls, if there are any guys out there, have a beautiful, blessed day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all so much. Congratulations to the winners of the Watts of Love Shutout prizes. I have several prizes to send out. So those of you who are waiting for prizes, like Lori from the Craft It Challenge and the Craft Therapy Club, it's coming, darling. The thing is, I had all the orders for the craft kit for the month. I need to get those out the door. Paid orders will always go before prizes. Prizes are gifts, and I'm happy to send them out to you. But if somebody places an order on my website, thecompinesswithgrace.com, I will always send out a paid order first. And I had all of the craft kits to get out. I had 4 other orders over the weekend. And I had this craft kit for this transfer and the paste for the monthly craft kit members for Chalk Couture. I had those to send out yesterday. So I'm going to be slowly chipping away at all of you who I promise prizes to. I will be sending them out hopefully in the next few days. So hang tight, girls. They're coming. Have a blessed day. I'll see you next time. Bye.